What's up, guys? So I feel really bad because I haven't uploaded a video in a long time. So I was not feeling that great, not physically, but mentally. I was in a pretty bad headspace. So I'm doing better now, and I felt like what a better way to celebrate my, better state of mind than to, get back into my YouTube channel. I sent out like links and put it all over my social media, and people left me questions, and so without further ado, here I am, Amber Nicodemus, answering your questions of what you want to know. And by the way, just a disclaimer, some of these are like suggestions or like whatever, so I'll just give feedback to those too. So let's get into it. Okay, so this first one is actually a suggestion. Someone said, do a video about how teens and young adults, 20-somethings, shouldn't stress out about starting life. I actually really like this suggestion. I feel like what we are facing is a lot different than what our parents had to face. Like, the roles for like females and males were like so different back then. A lot of females kind of already had it figured out that like, hey, I'm just going to get married and have kids. I mean, some were career oriented or whatever, and in a lot of households, both people in the household have to work, so everybody has to be a little bit more career oriented, and it's hard now to find a career that, if you don't want to be in school for 12 years, like, you gotta get into college, you gotta find something that pays enough to where you can pay your bills, and you have to find something that hopefully you like enough to stay there. So it's all really overwhelming, and I actually take that suggestion very seriously, and I would like to make a video soon about that. I think that a lot of my friends and just people in general, could get some comfort out of a video and maybe give some suggestions on how to kind of just relax and enjoy your 20s and like enjoy just being a young adult rather than like having to focus on like growing up so fast, Next question. Okay, so the next thing that I got was, I got them horses in the back. A lot of people talk crap about that song, but I really like it. The next question or suggestion: you should do a video giving a tour of your hometown, telling viewers all about it. Now, this would be an excellent suggestion if I did not live in such a small town. There's nothing to see, so probably will not do that. But thank you for your suggestion. Thank you very much. But maybe, maybe one day, if I got really successful, I could do a video and come back, because I probably wouldn't live here. I would go somewhere and live, and have whatever I wanted, live wherever I wanted. And I could come back and do a video and be like, I lived here. This is my first apartment. This is where I went to school, But most of the people that are watching my video now, where I'm from, and there's literally nothing special about it. So that would be a very short video. But thank you for your suggestion. I appreciate it. Next one. You should do a video about how people should be more loyal and need to start having more charity/love down in their hearts. Yes, I believe everyone can be a little bit more compassionate and a little bit more charitable. And I think that, we can all be a better friend. We can all be a better person. It just really sucks when you're a really good friend to someone and they don't reciprocate that good friendship, and so it's very one-sided, and it can be basically as bad as a heartbreak. Like, like it sucks to get dumped or to be rejected by somebody, but I think it's equally heartbreaking for like a friend to let you down or like to, not give you that same love and support back to you that you give them. Okay, next one. And this one's our first question. What did you first think when you just started living on your own? I've been living in this apartment for almost a year. It'll be a year on August 1st. So, this is a good time for this question. I remember when I first moved in, and it was really weird, like, because when you're growing up in your parents' house, like, your parents already have, like a culture kind of in the home, and like routines that everybody kind of does and goes through, and that's the norm. That's like your norm, that's your life, that's what you do. Then it's like when you have your own place, you can decorate it how you want, you can put things where you want, you cook for yourself, you buy groceries for yourself, you pay the bills by yourself. It's overwhelming. It's like, it's freeing because you're like, dude, I can do whatever I want. But it's also like, it kind of makes you feel lost. Well, at least for me it did. I was like, I missed kind of the routines and like culture of my own house. I miss like home. I miss like what that felt like, And this is an apartment. I'm not going to live here for the rest of my life, but it's like you establish your own routines and like your own way of doing things. So I think that that's very interesting, and I'm becoming more and more comfortable living on my own. I love it. I bought a couch with my tax money, and it was like, part of me was like, dang, girl, you just bought that, like straight up cash. Like, you just bought that couch. You just bought that sectional. But then the other part of me was like, ugh, all that money gone. Just boom, like that, But before that, I had a futon, and it was literally breaking apart every day. I was finding a new screw on the floor. So I was so happy when I got that sectional. Thank you for that question. That was a really good one. Okay, next question. Hey, I haven't really spoken to you since you graduated high school. I just wanted to know any exciting events that have happened or what you've been up to recently. Well, thank you for your question. Well, whoever you are, I'm sure if you sent me this question, we probably were friends or whatever, but I appreciate you stopping in and asking me questions. I appreciate that. But exciting events, well, I moved out. I've had a couple job changes. Right now, I'm working as a nurse aide at a nursing home, which I never thought I would be doing, but I actually really like it. So that's probably something really exciting that's happened recently. It's so rewarding to me, and I didn't think I would be doing that because before I felt so like awkward around older people, like I didn't know what to say, or I just felt like we didn't have anything in common. But working so closely with the elderly and like just taking care of them, like being their rock for them, it just shows you how everyone is the same. Like literally everyone is the same, It just shows you how, even though we're, who we are, we're different people, but like humans, we're the same. No matter what color you are, no matter where you're from, no matter, how you were raised, we're all the same. I had like a moment of clarity. Before I worked here, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I wanted to go back to school, but I didn't know what for. And then like this job has just given me so much clarity. Like I know exactly what I want now. Next question. What is the funniest experience you have had with each of your sisters? This is a really good question. I grew up with two sisters. I'm the middle child. I have an older sister and a younger sister. My older sister, the funniest experience I can think of, one time my dad was babysitting us. Like, my mom had gone, I think she was in school for, like, doing nails or whatever, and so my dad had to watch us while she was at school, and me and my sister were fighting so bad that my dad took, like, the belt to a robe, like a bathrobe. He, like, took the belt and, like, tied us together. He either tied us together or he put us in one big giant t-shirt. Like, we both had to get in the t-shirt. And, like, that was our punishment, was we had to be close. And I remember, like, us being either in the t-shirt or tied together with the belt, and we had to be together for so long that I eventually fell asleep on the couch. So that was pretty funny. And another funny thing is, whenever we would fight, if, you know, he didn't tie us together, he would be like, give each other a hug right now. The thing about sisters, here's how it is with sisters. Like, one minute you're like, I hate you, and you're terrible, you're disgusting, and I literally never want to speak to you again. And then, like, 2 seconds later, you're like, so, would you like to go grab a bite to eat? For my younger sister, Abigail, I would say, I'm trying to think. That's a good question. By the way, cran apple is so good. Oh, okay. One of my favorite memories with my little sister Abigail was we went to I don't think she thought it was as funny as I did. We went to the lake one day, and I think it was like me and all my friends, and then I brought her because she wanted to go too. And the way that the lake was set up, it was like, it has like a beach, and like the land part of it is shaped kind of like a sea. So like all this is like the water, so you can swim across to the other side. And so we decided that we were just gonna like convoy and just swim across, and most of us had floaties. And I remember she didn't have a floatie, which she can swim. I mean, she's good, but I mean, you know, you couldn't touch, and we were swimming all the way across, and I just remember her just struggling. I mean, she was just struggling to get across, and I'm just like on my little floaty floating across, you know, doing just fine. And she's like, I would never let anything bad happen to her, but I just remember like the look on her face, and just like she was so happy to be with us older kids, you know. So that was probably the funniest experience I can think of, like just right off the top of my head. I love my sisters, and I love telling stories because they're crazy. Okay, this next question says, does your milkshake bring all the boys to the yard? Well, apparently my milkshake brought at least one boy to the yard, and that is my boyfriend. So, yes. This next question, there's one of 3 people wrote me this question. It says, do you remember Hubbell Park, knee deep in creek? I do remember Hubbell Park. Me and a couple of my friends, we went to Logan Hubbell Park, and and one of the members of our friend group just ran away, and we're in the woods, and you know, we're pretty much knee deep in shit creek because the mud and we're trying to find him, and come to find out, I mean, like, we're literally hiking. We're just hiking. And, look at me. I don't hike on the regular, okay? And so we were like hiking to try and find him. Come to find out, he went back to the car to smoke a cigarette. We were out there all that time looking for this kid, and he was back at the car smoking a good old cigarette. So, yeah. But if you know him, you know who you are, buddy. You know who you are. And I love you, and you're amazing. And that was that. Even though it was, I was sweating. There was a lot of mud. It was still fun. One of my favorite memories. So thank you for giving me that memory, and thank you to whichever one of you wrote me that question. I appreciate you and I love you. Okay, next question. What's something that you wish you would have known about life after high school when you were younger? This is a really good one. There's a lot of things. I wish I would have known about life after high school. Looking back, high school was like, it was like a bubble. Like, you don't really, like, that's not real life. It feels like that's not even real life, which is a good thing. You will lose so many friends after high school. People that I pictured myself being very best friends to the end. Like, I pictured us being in a nursing home together. But now I'm like, no way, Jose. Now I'm like, no, those people are nowhere near my, where I'm at. So, which, nothing wrong with those people, there's people that I've, fell off with, but you're focused on different things in life. But, there's some people that you realize that the only reason why you were friends was because you were surrounded by each other, like, 5 days a week for, most of the year for, all your school career. That's who you were around. Your main social group was school. And so, like, after high school, there's going to be people who you thought you were really cool with, and then they literally drop off the face of the earth, and they don't talk to you, they don't talk to anybody else, they don't talk to anyone. And you're kind of like, I don't know, that's the biggest thing, is like, your social group is going to change dramatically, which isn't a bad thing. I think it's a great thing. I think that your friends in high school were your friends in high school for a reason. And the people who survive that big change and who are still going to make an effort to see you after high school, those are the people that you want to hang on to. Those are the good guys. So, whoever wrote me that question, that is an excellent question. Thank you very much. Next question. What is your favorite high school memory? I have two. The first one was just the last week of senior year. It was so much fun. Like, me and my big group of friends, we went like a different place every day. Like, after our rehearsal for graduation was over every day, and that was so much fun. It was literally so much fun. It was awesome. Even on the last day, like after we graduated, we came back to the school for a lock-in, and then after the lock-in in the morning, like, even a big group of us went out to eat at Huddle House. And like, then after that, what did we do after that? Oh, after that, I was like trying to convince people to go to the park to prolong it even more, because that was our last time we were going to be together, but nobody wanted to go to the park, so we all went home. That whole week was awesome. My favorite high school memory was, and this is going to sound terrible, but there was like this big fiasco with like some kid like had a rebel flag up, and I can't remember the exact scenario, but we kept calling it the race war, like just some really nasty, disgusting things, very racist things were said, and about some people at our school, and unacceptable, by the way. And so we were working in what we called it the sweatshop, and we made like shirts and stuff for like school things and everything. And one of my friends, well, two of my friends, both both African American, and then there was me and another white girl, and we were like escorting them down the hall, and we were like, look, man, wherever y'all go, you got to bring a white buddy with you so we can protect you, so we can make sure nobody's going to hurt you. And we made light of a bad situation, and we even went around the room and we all gave love speeches, like why we loved everybody around the room. So it ended up being a very good thing. That's just what it's like going to a small town school, unfortunately. But no racists here, not on this channel, buddy. Next question. What's the best advice you've ever been given? Well, this is a really good question. My dad, rest in peace, he would always say, I can just hear it plain as day in my ears. He would always say, if you want something, if you truly want something, and I don't know if this was just his quote or if this, he heard it somewhere, I don't know, but it's a good piece of advice. If there is something in this life that you want, if you truly, truly want it, then you will have it. You'll do it. Whatever it is you want to do, whatever it is that you want, you'll go for it. You'll take it. You'll do it. You'll have it, because you won't let anything else stop you if you really truly want it. I think of that almost on a daily basis, because when I think about something that I want to do, and this really comes into play whenever I'm thinking about my career, because before I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I would think about, like, I was going to go to business school, and like I had so many distractions, and like I quit my classes and stuff like that, and I thought about that, and I was like, I didn't truly want that, because if I did, I wouldn't have let anything stop me. For anybody out there that you're wondering, is this really for me, or should I do this, should I do that? If it's something that you truly want, you're not going to question it, you're not going to let anything get in your way, you're going to do it, you're going to have it, So keep that in mind. If you're a little confused, you're a little, you're unsure about something, just ask yourself, or just think about it. Is there anything that's stopping you? And if there is, then that might not be what's for you, So thank you for that question. That's a really, really, really good question. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Okay, this next question. What kind of weird YouTube videos do you watch? Thank you for your question. Well, I'm very embarrassed to tell you guys this, but I feel like some of you people out there might be able to relate, so I'm going to talk about it. One thing that I really think is it's like the weird factor is what attracts me to it, okay? These women, they have like these big crabs and lobsters, and then they've got like a big like bucket basically of this sauce, and like a butter sauce, and they like eat it. They like just eat the whole thing. It'll be like a 10-pound lobster, and they just break it apart, and they're just talking, and they just eat it. They eat it all. Or sometimes they have like corn and potatoes and sausage and eggs, and like they dip it in the sauce, and it's like, I don't know why I like it, but I like it so much. It's satisfying for some reason. I don't know why. And I don't like it when people go while they eat, and that's what they do in this video. That's why I don't understand why I like it, but I do. I can't stop. But I can't watch it around anybody else, because like Rico, my boyfriend, he hates it. he's like, turn that off. That's so weird. Why do you like that? So yeah, that's kind of the weird stuff that I watch. Or Dr. Pimple Popper. Oh my God. That is my jam. I love Dr. Pimple Popper. She's so cool, first of all. She's the cutest little lady. She's awesome, and she's just so friendly. And some of the patients that come in, like they've got big, like lymphomas or whatever they're called on their face, and she like makes them feel like so, like safe in her hands. Some people can't handle gross stuff like that, but I love it. My dad used to like watching videos like that, and whenever, like, growing up, when I was like hitting puberty and stuff, if I would get a zit, my dad would be like, come here, let me pop that, come here. He would pop our zits. He like so gross, but so I guess that's where I get it from. Okay, so this is the last question, and this is a very good question to end this video. What has been your greatest lesson in life? Let's sit on that. Let's just let that sit in the air for a second. What has been your greatest lesson in life? My greatest lesson so far has been that at the end of the day, when you lay your head down, this is your life. And when you lay your head down at night, you're the one who's gotta be happy. When you lay your head down at night, I know I've said that 3 times already, but at the end of the day, this is your life that you're living. And everything that you do should make you happy, and everything that you do should make you feel good. And for a long time, I felt like every decision I made, I would be like, it was for someone else. Like, it wasn't for me. It was like, oh, this will make so-and-so proud, or like, this will, make so-and-so happy. But I was like, I wanted to make everyone happy, and like, I wanted to satisfy everybody around me, that I was just being pulled all kinds of different directions, and like, I wasn't paying attention to myself, and like, I was unhappy. And so it's so important, you guys, to make decisions and do things to make yourself happy. Now, I don't mean you can't do things for other people, like do nice things or be a good person and like take care of others. That's not what I mean. I mean, like, if you're like, actually, I'm going to give y'all a real life example. I'm going to give you guys a real life example because I'm going to be real with you. Okay, so I come from a conservative background. And in my family, I was raised that, like, if you want to move in with a dude, you got to be married first. And okay, that's fine, but I don't want to marry somebody if I haven't lived with them yet, because I feel like once you live with somebody, like, that's how you really get to know each other. Like, that's how you figure out what makes each other tick. You're with each other all the time, and like, is there something that they do that just irritates you so bad that you literally can't stand being around them, like stuff like that. I decided me and my boyfriend were going to move in together into this apartment, and I knew, I was so hesitant because I knew it was going to tick like my people off. My people was going to be upset, and they were going to be like, they're going to be feeling some type of way about it. But I thought to myself, I was like, I refuse to marry someone unless I've lived with them first. I refuse, because I don't want to marry someone who I don't really truly know, and then figure out who they are later on, and then I'm like in so deep at that point, you know. But at the end of the day, I just had to do it. I had to pull the trigger, and we moved in together. And I'm so happy that I did that, because rather than, you know, waiting and like doing it not my way, you know, because there's some things that like you have to do for you and like to make you happy. So, you know, I really feel like that's my greatest lesson that I've learned so far, is you have to do things that will make you happy and that will keep you at peace, you know? So I really appreciate that question. That was a really good one to end the video. Thank you to everybody who sent me little questions and comments and stuff like that. I really appreciate it, you guys. I'm sorry that I haven't been on here, but I'm hoping to get back into it, and I've got a couple little videos up my sleeve, and I love you guys and all my friends that get so excited for me, and they love watching my videos and stuff. You guys are literally the best. You're amazing. Any of my friends, this is a shout out to any of my friends. If you make music, if you make art, if you you know, anything that you create, or anything that you need help like promoting, let me know. Like, I love you guys, and I'll like put links to your stuff in my videos, you know, like that's what friends are for, you know. So any of my friends, you know, like if you make music, hit me up. I'll make a little put it in here and let everybody see it. Let everybody see what you got, you know. I know I don't have that many followers and subscribers and all that, but you know, if one person sees your music or your art or whatever and they like it, I'm glad I sent that one person to you. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for your questions, and until next time, I need a catchphrase or something. I need one little thing that's the same in all my videos. Maybe that should be it. Thanks, guys. Thank you for watching my video. Mwah. Love you. You the best. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. If you aren't already, go ahead and give me a follow on my Instagram and my Twitter. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thanks, guys.